Hi guys, what's up? Today my message is don't be afraid of experimenting, all right? If you're just starting in the digital entrepreneurship lifestyle, it's easy to experiment. Why? Because digital means, if anything else, light asset. So meaning low cost, it means lots of automation, it means lots of ways to do things smarter and not harder. I've been experiencing over the past week, 10 days, quite a high number of people, subscribers or would-be subscribers to my list, actually getting back to me and asking, "Oh, Luca, can you help me start my business? I need money, I need these, I need time, I need that, whatever." And of course, when people come to me asking for money, my answer is, guys, I'm not a bank. I'm not going to lend you money. I'm here to teach you how you can build your own business, how to get to the funds. That's something you need to sort out, like every other entrepreneur does in this world, like I have to do, so you will have. Because if you're not getting past the first hurdle of getting together at least the small, very minimal sum that you will need to get things started for yourself, then probably that's already a sign that the entrepreneur's way is not for you. And I'm not meaning it in any bad way. It's normal. We're all wired differently, but there's one trait that entrepreneurs have in common. They see hurdles not as problems, but as challenges to overcome. So try and change your perspective. My advice to you is, if you're perceiving even the first steps of venturing into the entrepreneurship world being a hurdle, try and look at them from a different perspective. Take a step to the right or to the left and observe it from being, this is not a problem. I'm not having a problem here. I'm having a challenge to overcome. And, past that challenge, I'm sure there will be other challenges, but there will be a whole different horizon to have a look at, a much more open horizon, because I will be better, I will be stronger, I will be more equipped to cope with any other challenges that may come. And honestly, if all our lives was a repeating of the same exact challenges, wouldn't that be boring? That's why many people turn to entrepreneurship. That's why I personally have turned to entrepreneurship, because I want to be the master of my own destiny for at least as much as I can in our tiny existence, in this big space, in this big universe. There's not many things that we can control, but definitely we can control our direction in life, especially when it comes to how we want to make a living, right? Because that plays so much of an important role in our lifestyle, in our life, in our relationships with others, in our self-satisfaction, that we deserve that. All the other, our health in the longer term, we may not have control on, or, a big control on, but definitely we can control the way we want to have our lifestyle panning out. So that's why, back to the original message, experiment. You have the luxury that our parents and our grandparents never had in their lifetime. They could really embark on a new journey of entrepreneurship in just a matter of hours. You go on the internet, provided of course you have a good idea. So that's where many people fail miserably at. It's not just because you go on the internet and do stuff in a couple of hours that you should actually do that. If your goal is to prove a concept, then do that. But if your goal is just to do something, it's not just because you do something that you will consider yourself worth. It doesn't work that way, guys. You are worth because you are human beings. You are worth independently of what you do, right? I want you to know that. You, though, are having in your mind the idea of building your own business because you want to give yourself a much higher meaning than the one that you think you have. But I don't want you to think for a second that you are not worthy and that you don't have a fantastic, incredible, immeasurable value already now. That's a nice car. You can hear from the noise. But, before you go out experimenting with branches of new businesses, like for example, yesterday I've launched the demo version of my themoneymaker.com venture, where I am teaching people how to smartly invest their money on good shares, on options, on online trading, and on other investment opportunities to gain good profits, like more than 30% profits. But not by teaching them, only by showing them what I am doing. So it's not really about sharing probably rocket science, but it's about sharing my own experience and my own results, so that if people want to take the chance of imitating what I'm doing, of replicating my moves, they can do the same and hopefully reap the same benefits. Now, does that mean that I should have done it? It meant that I have spent 1 year, guys, thinking about how to go around about this. So I actually had started thinking not consciously about this, but after a while that I was doing this for myself, so online investing, online trading, and after I've been observing some consistent patterns in my behavior and the results that I was getting, I started thinking about a more precise idea. So experimenting is good. You should do that. I actually literally put up the site in less than 2 hours yesterday. Of course, there's still some things to be refined, but I will be able to test my concept with it. The fact is, though, that you should really spend your time with anything that you're experimenting, even though it's just with SFM, if it's with SFM, by understanding why you're going to do that, what exactly you're going to build. So if you think, for example, that by affiliating yourself to SFM, you're going to put up a page and then drive traffic to that page, and you're going to get rich overnight, you're in for a rough wake-up call. That's not going to happen. It might happen in very rare cases, probably would happen 10 years ago when the reality of the market, of the presence, of the competition over the internet was much different. But today, nowadays, you guys don't stand a chance of just getting that approach. You need to really work on yourself, making sure that what you bring out to people has a meaning, a clear value, and that is your distinct voice giving that message of value. So you want yourself to be perceived as the value maker. That's why I call myself the money maker on the other venture, because I want to be very clear as to what kind of value that can provide to people. That said, guys, never stop experimenting. Never stop experimenting, because you can. Take the time to do that, because it's cheap and because you get in very important learnings. Even if you fail, make sure that when you do fail fast. When you succeed, you need to succeed big, but if you fail, you want to fail very fast and keep it very small. All right, guys, with this in mind, I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you very soon. Ciao.